I'm going to show you how to make some hanging decorations.
Lovely.
So I've got a few options here.
They're so effective, aren't they, actually, particularly when they're grouped like this.
Yeah.
Look fantastic. What are we going to do?
So, Hannah, these are sheets of tissue paper. We've both got 10 here.
Okay.
And we have got different colours in there. So I've got 2 red, 2 green, 2 red, 2 green, 2 red, 2 green. And
Looks like I've got 2 red, 2 white, 2 red, 2 white.
Yes. So
Okay.
get them nice and straight, edges all together. And I always make this into a square. So to change any rectangle into a square, you don't have to do this, but I think it makes a slightly rounder pom-pom, I
That's
like.
good.
And we are going to make concertina.
Oh.
So little fan folds.
How wide do they need to
That
be?
looks about 1.5 inches.
Yeah,
Two
okay.
inches. So get it quite tight and over. It doesn't matter if it's not exact. And that's again one of the things I think is quite important when you're making things. You just a little bit relaxed about it. Just
Good.
You know. So just
That sounds
push that down.
ideal.
Nice flat.
So really quite kind of sharp edges. Make sure it really...
Well, yes.
Yeah?
And then I've just found my middle like that. Fold it in
Okay.
half to find your middle. And this is what's going to be your hanger.
Okay.
You can use anything you like. You can use invisible kind of fishing wire. You know, sometimes you have those. Or you can use a really bright coloured ribbon. I just use this because it's quite neutral. So if you're hanging it against a white,
Oh yes,
you
you
don't
wouldn't
see it,
really
you
see
wouldn't
that,
really
would
see
you?
it.
You just tie it in a knot.
tight a knot, but keep quite a long length because you're not quite sure how high your ceiling is.
And that's
gonna
what
be.
you're going to hang
Yeah,
it from.
so that is going to be your hanger. And we're both going to do slightly different. So the end, these are the ends you see.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you 2 different ways. I'm going to do the shortcut way, which is a curve just on one side.
Ah, like petals.
So this is going to make a big fat petal like that.
Yes.
And you are going to make slightly smaller ones.
Ooh, okay.
So you're going to cut, so instead of just cutting one side there, you're going to cut that side and that
Oh, okay.
side. You okay with that?
Yep, I think so. How far down? About,
Yep. You're just kind of making up the edges nice and soft.
but a kind of curve. That's a bit pointy, is it? Do I need to make that more curvy?
Yes, a bit more curvy.
A bit more curvy.
I mean, you can at the end, if you get really into these, really bored of the curved bits, you know, cut them in and have really kind of fluffy,
yes,
kind of
you could,
hedgehoggy
couldn't you?
ones. You can really kind of just have a bit of fun.
There. They're not very even. Does that matter, do you think?
You're very quick.
I had the big scissors. Why don't you have them? Finish yours off.
Thank you very much.
Is that okay?
That's perfect.
It's not
So
very
just
even,
over
but-
them out to see what you think, just a little bit.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
that looks so pretty.
Oh yes.
You see, that's
nice,
what
isn't
you're
it?
aiming for.
Okay, this might actually work.
It might.
I'm not doubting you. I just want you to know that. I'm doubting me.
And now you do the opening. So I'm just making a little bit of a mess of that, but that.
So this would be the moment of truth.
This is quite a long moment of truth.
Oh, all right.
So Hannah, this is when we want to use kind of big, kind of flat, soft hands rather
Okay.
than making holes in the tissue paper.
That could happen really easily, couldn't
And
it?
it doesn't matter because if you have a hole in it, you can generally kind of fluff it up and it doesn't matter.
So that looks well fluffed. What do we do when we've done one side?
Yeah, so you've made a perfect kind of bouquet, and that's not what we want. So we want to turn this over and do the same with the other side.
So we have to be a bit careful not to squash the bottom ruffles.
It's not the end of the world if you do, because once they're hanging up, you can then kind of decrease them and just kind of
yes.
make them look as you want a bit more.
Okay.
Don't worry too much.
Should we do it?
Hey, I think think that's pretty good.
They're not bad, are they? I mean, incredibly straightforward once you know how.
Yeah. First time pom-pom.
First time pom-pom. I'm not displeased with that.
I think you should be very pleased with that. I think that's fantastic. And it's not expensive. A few sheets of tissue paper, scissors, bit of string.
Just brilliant. Lovely, very effective.
Other hanging decoration ideas are the good old snowflakes of childhood.
Oh, yes. We all made those at school, didn't we?
We all made those at school. These are just A4 copy of paper. Get it into a square and cut at will.
You just fold it up and cut little notches out, don't you? And it sort of doesn't matter where you put them.
It really doesn't matter.
And that's something
cut like that.
children
You could
can
even
do as
go
well.
again and cut it and get another hole. You can just, there's no right, no wrong. If you want to do a few at a time, stack a few bits of paper together.
Brilliant.
So
take off most of the paper and you get the little spindly one.
And you get the spindly one or you get the thick one.
Yeah. Lovely, really simple.
So these,
I've seen these before.
they're quite fun. Buy them at this time of year. And you just fill them. You can fill them with whatever you like. So I've just got some little iridescent. So just,
That's amazing. That looks like little fairy lights, doesn't it?
I know, it's quite good. So then you can't get a light in there. And then just choose a bit.
A few bits and bobs. Let's have some nice shiny stars in there. Lovely. Oh, how festive does that look?
That looks wonderful. And then
Gorgeous.
slightly bigger scale, which is quite nice. These are little things which you hang on your Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And I rather annoyingly cut them off just because you want a little bit of bigger scale in there. Because if you use just, so this is just like kind of, table confetti kind of just stars and things, but you want just a little.
And they go really well with the iridescent, don't they? Because it's got a kind of pinky edge to it.
And then you can change, if you wanted to put red ones, gold ones, silver ones. And then you just pop the two together. This is super, super easy. But it's quite fun because, as you can see, you can just dismantle them and stack them up again.
Yes, and if you change your mind,
for storage.
pop something else in.
Whoops.
Shall I hold the
Yes,
bottom
thank
one?
you.
There we go. That's there.
Whoops. Bit of
Some bits
stray.
hanging out.
Never mind. Cut that off.
Right, so that's like a huge bauble.
Push it together a little bit more. That feels a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
A click.
So you get a click.
Oh, yes, lovely.
So it's quite fun.
Just something in there.
When you hang them up,
Yeah.
they look quite nice from the bottom. If you hang that up, you can see that from underneath. You see the kind of, that's where you see the stars. You want to shake that a bit so you don't see all the stars.
Give it a little shoogle.
Going
How's
around.
that? Is that a bit better?
They will obviously sink to
They'll
the bottom,
settle, won't
but-
they?
Yeah. And let's just thread that through. Oops, down a bit.
There we are. Oh, that looks gorgeous.
Done. So how easy is that?
Yeah, and the ribbon really
So
finishes
this is-
it off,
yeah.
doesn't it?
So people often say craft is,
You got it?
don't have time for craft, but I mean that took minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Admittedly, we had a nice ready-made bauble, but
And you can
customise
buy
that.
these where? Kind of hobby shops, that sort of thing?
Hobby shops, internet,
Oh,
Google,
okay.
kind of all sorts of
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Christmas things.
And like you say, very easy, very, very quick.